got the smaller bits up there, and the other bits there, and then a new one.
Hello everybody, it's Saturday, May the 2nd. Is it the 5th week of lockdown or 6th week?
It's the 5th week.
5th week of lockdown, coming to the end of the 5th week of lockdown. We're on our, well at the moment it's our sort of favourite walk really, which comes across this this meadow, which I filmed before, and this view, and then we just here are the Bluebell Woods, and then we go down to the edge of Baggendon and back out through to Parrots Brook. And if you've been following our videos, our YouTube channel, you will know that previous occasions when we've come down here, they'd started to cut the dead trees down, and you can see some of the results there at the edge of the field, where they've logged quite a lot of trees. So it's going to be quite a big change in the woods today. We've come on Saturday again because obviously, well, we hope that they're not working. I can't hear any work going on, so it's probably safe for us to take a little trip down through. Now we've walked across the field, and of course it's rained the last couple of days, and it looks like the big logging vehicles have been in and out of this gateway, so it's looking pretty muddy. Hopefully it's dry enough for us to walk through without getting completely plastered. I've got 2 pairs of trousers in the wash from getting covered in mud. Carol's got another pair in hers, so yeah, it's pretty dry. Oh, a bit squidgy. Okay, pick our way across here. Squidge, squidge, squidge. Maybe we should have gone the roadway, but yes, you can come through. It's pretty dry. Just come to the come to the right there. There's less. Keep going to my right. No, my right. My right. Your left. You can come across the tracks down there, look. Come across the tracks down there. Further down. Further down. Go on. Further down. Further down, further down, further down. There we are. Now you can come across. Should look pretty dry there. Just step on the grass. Oh, she's such a wuss. But to be fair, she does have a hole in the toe of her boots, which I've promised to stick over with some of my magic black tape. If you have a look, she has worn a hole in the toe of her boot, and I think the other one's sort of coming a bit thin as well there. Yeah, so gonna have to have some repairs done because shoe shops aren't open, are they? So this, if you're new to our channel, if you're new to our videos, these were intended to keep people up with our travels around the UK and through Europe, particularly this year France, and then next year we were planning Spain, but of course that has not happened. And actually, by the look of this devastation in here, we're not going to get into the bluebells, are we? Oh, she's still picking across the mud. If I take you in a little bit, this was all you'll have seen on a previous video, clear walking through here, but there we are, look. So any bluebells that were there, I'm glad we got the photos of them when we did, because they're not there now. And up there, strewn across the path, is all the debris. So there's no way we're going to make our way through the woods today. It's just not going to happen. There's some bluebells. that have survived in the corner.
It's so sad.
But this is so sad. Really, to choose to do the cutting of the trees now, when the bluebells are in full bloom, just seems to me to be vandalisation, but there we are. And also, I mean, it's nesting season,
Yeah.
so I don't know how they're getting away with it. I really don't. Because if you cut your hedges where we've lived in previous places, cut your hedges when it's nesting season, you get right blasting. But yeah, whoever owns this woodland seems free to do whatever they like. And I agree that the diseased trees have got to come down. There's no doubt about that. You know, you can't just leave them. But to do it right now, well, it just seems really, really sad. So we're going to walk on down the path, I think, to Baggendon. We just can't go through there, and there's signs up warning you not to go in because it's dangerous. So we couldn't claim ignorance if we hurt ourselves. And even this track doesn't look terribly good, does it?
No.
Look at the mess. I mean, it will recover, of course. And they can't do it without making a mess. But they're using all this heavy machinery. You know, there are some places where they've started using the big horses to haul wood out of the woods, because they don't create this terrible devastation of all the undergrowth, flowers and everything else. It'll probably take years to recover. Never mind replacing the trees, which obviously will happen, but you know, and the trees that are here will flourish. But it just seems unnecessary devastation, because nothing is surviving where these trees have been taken down because of this machinery. Of course, it means it's done quicker. Of course, it means that it's less men on the job, less cost, and all that stuff. But at a cost to the wildlife, because the deer run through these woods as well, and of course they eat the vegetation. Yeah, it's really sad. Sad enough that the trees have to come down, but that so much else gets destroyed at the same time. There's got to be a better way of doing it, folks. Got to be a better way of doing it. Anyway, if you've been watching our videos, you'll know that we're here in Gloucestershire, and likely to be here through this coronavirus outbreak, pandemic, epidemic, whatever it is at the moment. And we've been doing these videos of our walks and bits and pieces about the van and things that we're doing. And I did have a rant on a recent video about the farmers, the farms, and the sort of stories of there's thousands of jobs on the farms, and our son trying to get one of those jobs and being told that they didn't need anybody. Well, the good news is that finally, yesterday, he has had an offer of a job. Although they seem to be confused. The company that are doing... Oh, there's some more bluebells surviving in there.
Yeah.
Just about. God.
It's terrible.
Yes, so he has had an offer of a job on a farm in Norfolk. But seems to be some confusion. The company that are doing the hiring, who are based in
Serbia.
Serbia, Told him he got to be there on Monday for Tuesday to start. When he phoned the farm to find out about parking and the accommodation and where he would get food from and all the details, they said, "Oh, we're not aware of you starting. We don't know anything about you or anybody else. We haven't been informed." And he said, "Well, when do you think people will be starting?" They said, "Oh, we'll probably start training on Friday of next week." So, I mean, it's still they haven't got down this far. So there it is as it is before the diggers and tractors get here. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. There we are. Yeah, so it looks like he has got a job, although there's some confusion about when it starts and how he can get. And they also, the company in Serbia, told him that he couldn't take his vehicle, which actually contains his life, because there was nowhere for it to be parked. I mean, this is a farm, for goodness sake. Telling me that on a farm there's not a lane or somewhere that he can park his vehicle. Well, maybe they need hundreds of workers and they can't have hundreds of cars parked there. But nevertheless, it's just crazy. And the woman he spoke to, who was the HR person for the farm, is nowhere near Norfolk. Oh, look, deer. Wow.
There's another one up there.
Yeah, one went one way and one went the other.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
Well, we didn't see those, did we?
No.
I'd have been quieter if I'd have known. So there's still deer in the woods. Don't know whether you glimpsed them on the video. I tried to capture them, but yeah, so she didn't know anything about the farm or its details or anything else because she was in Herefordshire. I mean, what's going on, folks? But at least he has been offered a job. But they seem to be making it really difficult. He was told he should go by public transport. Now, he's down in Cornwall and they want him to go to Norfolk by public transport. So he would have to go through London and out the other side, changing trains and buses and coaches or whatever to get there. Instead of just driving there, self-isolating in his car, no, they want him to go by public transport. Not only that, but the public transport, of course, is limited, and very expensive at the moment. It would cost him hundreds of pounds, and it's just crazy. So I think he's actually just going to drive up there and sort it out when he gets there, because, well, what else can you do? So, yeah, my rant about there not being jobs, well, it appears that there now is a job anyway. But they're making it really difficult for people to go and get them, because most of the British workers here will have vehicles and they'll want to drive. They won't want to go on public transport. Come on, guys. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Anyway, there we are. Another rant over. So I've ranted about the woods and the devastation. I've ranted about the thing. Oh, you can tell that this lockdown is getting me into rant mode. No, most of the time I'm all right. But when these sort of things come up, you know, you just feel so frustrated because, you know, if times were normal, I could just pick him up and drive him up there, bring his vehicle back. Wouldn't be a problem. But in these times, we can't do that. So anyway, our walk through the Bluebell Woods has been turned into a walk past the Bluebell Woods and past the devastation. Caused by bringing down all these old, well, not old, but diseased trees. But for those of you who love bluebells, there we are. They are really in full fettle at the moment. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so that's me prattling on long enough. That's been 15 minutes of video. Far too long. It'll take me ages to upload that on the Wi-Fi that we have. Take probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So, God bless. Take care. If you haven't actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. We'd love to have you aboard. Love to welcome you into our little group.
Listen to the birds.
Can you hear the birds? So we may have caught a glimpse of deer, and we can hear the beautiful birds singing. What could be better? And there's sheep bleating in the background. We're heading down to the sheep fields at the back of Baggendon. So God bless, take care of yourselves, give us a thumbs up, say hello, leave a comment, and we'll be sure to reply to you, or at least give you a like. Take care now, keep smiling.